Yeah. I don't know why my video is not working. Well, now it was working very nicely. Video is not working. What I should do? Video is not working. Huh? Gautam, can you tell me?
Now it will work.
Why you close my video or what? Huh?
मैंने आपको परमिशन दिया था वीडियो इसका.
Okay. 12th last, no?
Yes, living in Mathura.
Living in Mathura, that is 35 to 37. You'll find a lot of disturbance today. Some big program is going by. So much sound they're making. Are you able to hear that sound? I don't think
No.
so. Okay, 235 and 237. अथ श्री मथुरा मण्डले स्थितिः यथा पाद्मे अन्येषु पुण्यतीर्थेषु मुक्तिरेव महाफलम् मुक्तै प्रार्थ्या हरेर्भक्तिर् मथुरायां लभ्यते. This is 235, 236, 237, 236. त्रिवर्गदा कामीनां यामुमुक्षूणां च मोक्षदा भक्तिदा कस्ता मथुरां नाशये बुधः. 237. अहो मधुपुरी धन्या वैकुण्ठा च गरीयसे दीनम् एकं निवासेन हरौ भक्ति प्रचायते. So, residing in Mathura, verse 92 speaks about it. Previously, we have done this. This is illustrated in Bhagavad Purana. So, here it is given Muktaha Prartihi Harir Bhakti. Liberation is the greatest result that can be obtained in other places. But devotion to the Lord, which is desired by even the liberated souls, can be attained in Mathura. So Mathura bestows dharma, artha, kam to those who have material desires. It awards liberation to those who desire liberation. It awards bhakti to those desiring. So, what intelligent person will not take shelter of Mathura? Oh, Mathura is most auspicious and greater than Vaikuntha. By staying only one day in Mathura, see to the Lord appears. Vaikuntha, more than Vaikuntha is Mathura. We have this in Lecture of Instructions also, where very clearly it has been given. In Mathura, Krishna is born. So naturally, Mathura is greater than even Vaikuntha. In Vaikuntha, Lord is performing his official work. That is in Vaikuntha is doing. But what is he doing in Mathura? He is born in Mathura. So that is given Vaikuntha Janito Vara Madhupuri Takrarti Rasuswa. According to Rasa Tattva, Vaikuntha Janito Vara means more than Vaikuntha is Madhupuri. So what is Madhupuri? Madhupuri is Mathura. So it is said in other all places one can achieve three varga and all those things. One can attain liberation. But bhakti is attained in Mathura. Even in Mathura, somebody goes and asks liberation, he'll get. If somebody asks dharma, artha, kama, he will get. But what about devotion? You ask, you'll get. That is given. So read them. I think some problem is there. I'm not able to shift also. I'm not able to see anyone. Who has joined also, I don't know. Okay. Aditya, you read? Aditya is there, Pushpa is there, and then Aruna is also there.
Parash Maharaj is.
And the problem is there. What you have done with my mobile? Gautam, what you have done with my mobile? Even for this, I have something. I think I have to switch on and switch off. Afterwards, I'll do. Okay, read Aditya.
Okay. 1.2.235 to 237. अथ श्री मथुरा मंडले स्थितिः यथा पाद्मे अन्येषु पुण्यतीर्थेषु मुक्तिरेव महाफलम् मुक्ते पार मुक्ते प्रार्थ्या हरेर्भक्तिर्मथुरायां तु लभ्यते त्रिवर्गदा कामीनां या मुमुक्षूणां च मोक्षदा भक्तिदास भक्तिदाकस्तां मथुराम्नाश्यरेर्बुधः अहो मधुपुरी धन्या वैकुण्ठा च करीयसी दीनम् एकं निवासेन हरौ भक्ति प्रजायते. Translation: residing in Mathura, verse 92, illustrated in the Padma Puran. Liberation is the greatest result that can be obtained at other holy places, but devotion to the Lord, which is desired by the liberated souls, can be attained at Mathura. Mathura bestows dharma, artha, kama to those who have material desires. It awards liberation to those desiring liberation. It awards bhakti to those desiring bhakti. What intelligent person will not take shelter of Mathura? Oh, Mathura is most auspicious and greater than Vaikuntha, Goloka. By staying only one day in Mathura, bhakti to the Lord appears. Living in Mathura. In the Padma Puran, there is a statement about the importance of living at holy places like Mathura or Dwarka. It is stated there, to travel to different places of pilgrimage means to attain emancipation from material bondage. This emancipation, however, is not the highest perfectional stage. After attaining this liberated stage, one has to become engaged in devotional service to the Lord. After attainment of the Brahma Bhuta liberation stage, one can further advance to engagement in devotional service. So this attainment of transcendental loving devotional service to the Lord is the goal of life, and it can be achieved very easily for one who lives in Mathura Mandal even for a few seconds. It is further said, who is that person who will not agree to worship the land of Mathura? Mathura can deliver all the desires and ambitions of the fruity workers and of the salvationists who desire to become one with the Supreme Brahman. Certainly, Mathura will deliver the desires of the devotees who simply aspire to be engaged in devotional service of the Lord. In the Vedic literatures, it is also stated how wonderful it is that simply by residing in Mathura, even for one day, one can achieve a transcendental loving attitude toward the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This land of Mathura must be more glorious than Vaikuntha Dham, the kingdom of God. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Next is 5 potent forms of devotional service. So what is that 5 important? Potent means what is that important? 5 potent forms of devotional service. Yes. It is from 238 to 242. Durlabha दुरुहाद्भूतवीर्येऽस्मिन् श्रद्धादूरेस्तु पञ्चके यत्र स्वल्पोऽपि सम्बन्धः सद्धियां भाव जन्मने. So the last 5 items is 92 to 92 has been given, have inconceivable and astonishing power. What to speak of having faith in these items? If there is just a little relationship with these items, persons who are devoid of offenses can attain the level of bhava. One should have the faith in these 5 things. Sadhyam here means those persons without having any offensive act. The person is not offensive, but he has faith in these 5 things. That is enough for him to go back home, back to. Okay. This is 238. Next is 239. Next paragraph. Tatra Shrimurti yatha Smairambangitvaya parichitam Sachi vistirna dishtim Vamshinastadhara Kishalayam Ujjwalam Chandrakena Govindakhyam Haritanum Yitha Keshi Tirthopakanthe Ma Prekshishtastav Yadi Sakhe Bandhu Sange Stirangah. The power of serving the devotees. So you have A, B, C, D square. The association of devotees, book reading, chanting, deity worship, and dhambas. Now here deity worship has been first taken. So if you desire to enjoy your friends and relatives, then do not look into the form of Lord called Govind. Wandering near Keshi Tirtha on the banks of the Yamuna river with a slight smile on his lips, posed with three bends in his body, eyes glancing everywhere in a crooked fashion, flute placed on his red rotary lips like a tender bird, and shining gloriously with a peacock feather. So Jiva Goswami says, with his using his own words, the author in 5 verses that follow expresses ecstasy about the 5 items that he had mentioned in verse 90 to 90 by saying, do not look. The author actually means that one must look by experiencing the sweetness of the Lord's form, you will consider everything else to be insignificant. Therefore, look at the form of Lord. There is an intention of the prohibition. So this is the intention of God. Don't look at
Balaji, we are not
Lord.
able to hear you.
Actually, gopis say, don't look at him. You will spot him. Look at him so that you will not be. What happened, Aditya?
We were not able to hear you, Madhavi. I think that
What?
some connectivity issue was there. We were not able to hear you.
You're not able to hear me?
Yes, Madhavi.
I think I have to rejoin. Wait, allow me to rejoin. First, I'll leave. I'm not able to leave also. Not able to do that. Okay, 1 minute. I'll just on off the mobile. Able to hear now?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
Madhavi. Yes.
Something wrong was there in my network. Video you are able to see or not? Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Connecting. Okay. So where we were? 239 you were able to hear Murti Seva?
Not completely,
238?
Mataji. 239 not completely, Mataji. 238 we heard.
239 तत्र श्रीमूर्ति यथा स्मेरां भङ्गीत्रय परिचितां साची विस्तीर्णदृष्टिं वंशीनष्टाधर किशयाम् उज्ज्वलं चन्द्रकेन गोविन्दाख्यां हरितनुम् इथ केशीर्तीर्थोपकण्ठे मा प्रेक्षिष्टास्तव यदि सखे बन्धु सङ्गे स्ति रङ्गः. So here the author says, don't look at Krishna. If you look at Krishna, what will happen? You will not enjoy with your friends and relatives. If you really want to enjoy with friends and relatives, do not look at Krishna. He is Govinda. What is he doing? He is wandering in Keshi Tirtha. He is on the banks of Yamuna. And he has a gentle smile in his lips. And then he has a three-banded form. So wonderful he looks. His eyes goes everywhere. Very crooked person. Looks here also, there also. And then he has flute placed on his red lotus lips. It's like a tender bird. His lips are like a tender bird. And he has so much of shine, shining very wonderfully, gloriously like a peacock feather. Then 240 also will cover. 240 again goes to, or you do one thing. 1, 2, 3. Finish it off. Okay, Pushpa Mataji, you read the first paragraph. You have the verse with you?
No, verse is not to be seen on screen.
Aditya, you read the verse and you will read the letter of devotion. Say.
Okay, Mataji. I think screen sharing is not allowed, Mataji. That's why I'm not able to share it.
Gautam, I don't know what you're doing. Okay. So make co-host na, then the sharing also will be done. Gautam, you on your video first. On your video, make Aditya co-host first. Then only it can happen. What are you doing with it? You know the screen sharing of the screen has to be done. Yeah. All these things need not be told.
Made him my
Mataji will read, right?
Now you made. It should be done before only, na Rebecca? Okay, read. You read and then Pushpa Mataji will read from the book. Prabhupada book.
Mataji, Pushpa Mataji can read the verse also, right? She can say it on the
Yeah,
screen.
you can read. Now you can read Pushpa.
Yeah. दुरुहत भूतवीर्येऽस्मिन् श्रद्धा दूरेस्तु पञ्चके यत्र स्वल्पोऽपि सम्बन्ध सद्धियं भावजन्मने. The last 5 items, verses 19 to 92, have inconceivable and astonishing power. What to speak of having faith in these items? If there is just a little relationship with these items, persons who are devoid of offenses can attain the level of bhava. Rupa Goswami has stated that 5 kinds of devotional activities, namely residing in Mathura, worshipping the deity of the Lord, reciting Srimad Bhagavatam, serving a devotee, and chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, are so potent that a small attachment for any of these 5 items can arouse devotional ecstasy even in a neophyte. Regarding worship of the form of the Lord, should I read this?
No, wait. Read
Okay.
the 2039, then you read again the 2 paragraphs.
Okay. Tatra Shri Murti Yatha Smeram Bhangi Traya Parichitam Sachi Vistirna Drishtim Vamsi Nyastadhara Kishalayam Ujwalam Chandrakena Govindakhyam Haritanum Ita Keshi Tirthopakanthe Prekshistas Tava Yadi Sakhe Bandhu Sange Sthiranga, the power of serving the deity. O my friend, if you desire to enjoy with your friends and relatives, then do not look upon the form of the Lord, called Govinda, wandering near Keshi Tirth on the bank of the Yamuna river, with a slight smile on his lips, posed with three bends in his body, eyes glancing everywhere in a crooked fashion, flute placed on his red lower lip like a tender bud, and shining gloriously with a peacock feather. Regarding worship of the form of the Lord or deity, Rupa Goswami has written the following verse. My dear friend, if you still have any desire to enjoy the company of your friends within this material world, then don't look upon the form of Krishna who is standing on the bank of Keshi Ghat, a bathing place in Vrindavan. He is known as Govinda and his eyes are very enchanting. He is playing upon his flute and on his head there is a peacock feather and his whole body is illuminated by the moonlight in the sky. Hare Krishna.
Okay. So his body is illuminated. You can read the next also. The purport of this verse is that if someone read that also.
The purport of this verse is that if someone becomes attached to the Sri Murti or deity of Krishna by worshipping at home, then he will forget his relationships of so called friendship, love, and society. Thus, it is the duty of every householder to install deities of the Lord at home and to begin the process of worshipping along with all of his family members. This will save everyone from such unwanted activities as going to clubs, cinemas, and dancing parties and smoking, drinking, etc. All such nonsense will be forgotten if one stresses the worship of the deities at home. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Next verse. Next verse is 248th verse. Shri Bhagavatam yatha shankhe nita sapadi dashama skanda padyavalina varna karna dhvani पथिकताम् आनुपूर्याद् भवद्भिः हंसो हम हो दिम्भ परमशुभदान् अन्तधर्मार्थकामान् यद्गर्हन्तः सुखमयम् अमीमोक्षम् अपि अक्षीपत्पन्ति. The power of hearing. What is the power of hearing Bhagavatam? So here it is said, oh idiots, just see how it starts it. Oh idiots, how unfortunate you are. I think you must have been hearing all the syllables one by one of the verses of the 10th canto of Bhagavatam, because your ears are now denouncing the most auspicious goals of Dharma, Artha, Kama, and even decrying the fourth goal of liberation, which is most blissful. So, you are so unfortunate and you are not able to hear Bhagavatam, but by hearing Bhagavatam, one even rejects moksha that is given here. This is the praise of Bhagavatam using the device of criticism. So first what is given? Oh, how unfortunate you are. Oh, you must be hearing one by one. How much time waste you're doing. Your ears are now just rejecting dharma, artha, kama, even to the extent you are not even accepting moksha. So in the form of criticism, it has been spoken, but it is actually a praise. It is told to whom? To the ones who are hearing Bhagavatam. And how it is starting, oh idiots, how unfortunate you are not able to get dharma, artha, kama, moksha. So is it not idiotic that you are too much attached to hearing Bhagavatam one by one, that too? So in this way, this device of criticism is used. This and the previous was examples of literary ornament called aprashtuta prashamsha. So aprashtuta means in the way of scolding, actually it is a prashamsa. prastuta, aprastuta. Prastuta means you are praising, you are presenting. This is aprastuta. This is not the way of presentation. You are calling a devotee as idiot. What is his mistake? He is hearing Bhagavatam. But in this way, you are rejecting even moksha. And then you want to enjoy your family members, give up all this bhakti and all. So aprastuta, and what is this? Prashamsa. So this is actually the glories which has been sung. Though a negative thing has been put, a criticism has been put, but it is actually a praise. Okay. Now Aditya, you read. And this verse goes not only it goes to 3 paragraphs. No, sorry. Yeah, 3 paragraphs. Read.
Okay, madam. Shri Bhagavatam yatha samke nitha sapati dashamaskanda padyavalina varnaha karnadvani pathikatam anupurvi anupurvyad bhavadbihi amhodimbaha paramashubhadan hanta dharmartha kaman yad garhantah Sukamayam ami moksham api akshipanti. The power of hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Oh idiots, how unfortunate you are. I think that you must have been hearing all the syllables one by one of the verses of the 10th canto of Bhagavatam, because your ears are now denouncing the most auspicious goals of Dharma, Artha, and Kam, and even decrying the fourth goal of liberation, which is most blissful. The
Okay,
purport
now
of
yeah, the purpose means.
Should I continue, Mataji?
Yeah, continue. 3
Okay.
paragraphs of read.
Okay. Rupa Goswami writes, My dear foolish friends, I think that you have already heard some of the auspicious Srimad Bhagavatam, which decries seeking the result of fruitive activities, economic development, and liberation. I think that now it is certain that gradually the verses of the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam describing the pastimes of the Lord will enter your ears and go into your heart. In the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam, it is said that unless one has the ability to throw out, just like garbage, the fruitive results of ritualistic ceremonies, economic development, and becoming one with the Supreme or salvation, one cannot understand Srimad Bhagavatam. The Bhagavatam deals exclusively with devotional service. Only one who studies Srimad Bhagavatam in the spirit of renunciation can understand the pastimes of the Lord that are described in the 10th canto. In other words, one should not try to understand the topics of 10th canto, such as the Rasa Leela, lover dance, unless he has spontaneous attraction for Srimad Bhagavatam. One must be situated in pure devotional service before he can relish Srimad Bhagavatam as it is. In the above 2 verses of Rupa Goswami, there are some metaphorical analogies that indirectly condemn the association of materialistic society, friendship, and love. People are generally attracted to society, friendship, and love, and they make elaborate arrangements and strong endeavors to develop these material contaminations. But to see the Sri Murtis of Radha and Krishna is to forget such endeavors for material association. Rupa Goswami composed his verse in such a way that he was seemingly praising the material association of friendship and love and was condemning the audience of Sri Murti or Govinda. This metaphorical analogy is constructed in such a way that things that seem to be praised are condemned and things that are to be condemned are praised. The actual import of the verse is that one must see the form of Govinda if one at all wants to forget the nonsense of material friendship, love, and society. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. 3 paragraphs you read.
It's fun.
Okay, next is the next is 241. The last verse will take over today. Then we'll complete next week is 241. So only few verses, but I have a class. Let me see how much I can take. 241. Sri Bhagavad, Sri Krishna Bhakto Yatha, association of devotees. Drik Ambobhir, Dautha Pulaka Patari, Nandit, Manditaha Tanuhu. Then Sklan, Skhalan, Antaha, Pula, Dadhat, Atipriham, Atipritham, Vepathum Api, Drishah Kaksham, Yavanmanute, Purushah Kopi, Upayayau, न जाने किम तावन्मतेर इह गृहे नाभिरमते. The power of association with the devotee of Krishna. It is said, ever since I saw a certain person whose body was washed with his own tears, whose hair was standing on end, and who stumbled around with a joyous heart. While curing to the extreme, my mind has, for some reason, become so attached to the form of Krishna that I have no attachment to my family. So my consciousness dwells on the indescribable Shyam Sundar, who has appeared in my heart, and thus my mind does not dwell on my family and house. This is 241. Or 242 is now Nama, Namayatha. यदावधि मम लीला वैनीकेनानु गीति गीतां श्रुतिपथम् इति पठम् अघतरो नामागाथा प्रयात अन्वखलित पूर्वां पूर्वाहन्तः काम अपि अवस्थितुम् अद तदवधि दधात अंतर्मानुषं samyativa. So the power of chanting has been given. Ever since I have heard Narada singing the names of Krishna, which pacify the ears, my heart has become completely blissful, fixed in an unprecedented state of prema. So Nam has been given, association has been given, Bhagavatam study has been given, and deity worship has been given. Now what is left then? Dhambas is also done. After Dhambas, what was there? Reading of Bhagavatam is there too. Then came Dhambas over, deity of Bhagavatam, the deities, the Bhagavatam is there. Then your association is also over. Chanting is also over. Deity worship will come after this. So 5 important things has been spoken here. So Palash, you can directly read the paragraph because these verses are a little difficult.
Yes,
So just
Mataji.
read 241 from of devotion, 241 and 242. Okay.
Srila Rupa Goswami has similarly described the transcendental nature of relishing topics which concerns Krishna. A devotee once said, "It is very astonishing that since I have seen this personality of Godhead, who is washed by the tears of my eyes, there is shivering of my body, and he has made me a failure in executing my material duties. Since seeing him, I cannot remain silently at home. I wish to go out to him always." The purport of this statement is that as soon as one is fortunate enough to contact a pure devotee, one must be anxious immediately to hear about Krishna, to learn about Krishna, or in the other words, to become fully Krishna consciousness. Similarly, there is a statement about hearing and chanting the Maha Mantra. It is said that saints have been able to hear the vibrating strings of the Veena in the hands of Narada, who is always singing the glories of Lord Krishna. Now, this same sound vibration has entered my ears. and I am always feeling the presence of Supreme Personality. Gradually, I am becoming perfect of all attachments of material enjoyment. Hare Krishna.
Over. Here we stop. We'll meet on Monday. पंचकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीवल्लभ की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय।